Jabo gang, Jabo gang. What the fuck going on, man? Hey, man, say, man, today, we back with another reaction, man. And today, we gonna be reacting to what's inside the world's most secret room, 641A, man. Hey, man. So it's looking like, bro, it's something behind these doors, man. This is a secret room, bro. What's inside the most secretest room in the world, man? And that's what we're gonna be reacting to today, man. If you're new to the channel, man, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your first time ever seeing me on the Explore page, ever clicking on my video, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in and don't tap out, man. Come tap in with Jabo Gang, man. The support is free, man. You know what I'm saying? Come support. We be lit over here, man. Videos every day, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we ain't gonna do too much talking, man. We're gonna go ahead and hop straight into this video, man. Jabo Gang, Jabo Gang, Jabo Gang. Yeah, let's get it.
It's fireproof and earthquake-proof, protected by a blast-resistant security door that
damn, nigga, they got Thanos back there? The fuck? That nigga said protected by a blast-resistant security door that demands biometrics in multiple forms, bro. Bro, do y'all have the Hulk back there, bro? Like, what's in there?
And multiple forms of ID to open. Inside the room is the pinnacle of early 2000s computer technology, all pouring over vast quantities of data for one single purpose. But the truth about room 641A, the most secretive room in the world, is more disturbing than you can imagine. September 11th, 2001 changed everything, forever. On that fateful day, the United States suffered the deadliest terror attack in human history. Nearly 3,000 lives were lost, and the financial cost soared into the billions. In a single devastating operation, terrorists targeting America had toppled a global financial center and sent shockwaves around the world. But the terrorists had done something even greater. They'd made America feel vulnerable. For the first time since the Japanese sneak attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, this attack was different and far more dangerous. The perpetrators didn't represent any nation state. They were extensions of a vast network that spanned the entire globe. This enemy operated without borders, slipping through the cracks of international law and evading the reach of conventional military strategies. There were no factories to bomb, no capitals to siege, and no armies to meet on the battlefield. The enemy was invisible, a shadowy terror network that struck when least expected. Western intelligence networks were abuzz with activity in the wake of the attacks in the US, and a lot of the news was very bad. There were rumors that nations with anti-Western sentiments were either willing or might have already provided new weapons to Osama bin Laden's terror networks. His success had emboldened them and increased their confidence in him and his organization's ability to strike at their shared enemy. Rumors of chemical weapons being smuggled out of nations like Iran and Iraq hit the vast web Western intelligence agencies had spun around the world. Some of these agents were absolutely deadly, and in small quantities they could bring an entire city to its knees. The ease with which terrorists had struck at one of the most populated cities in the world and nearly gotten to the American capital opened the eyes of many counterterrorism professionals to the true horrors of what a future attack could bring. For example, in 1995, domestic terrorists in Japan had released small quantities of sarin.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out where is the point where we talk about the room. We're talking about attacks, bro. Like,
gas into the subway in Tokyo. This attack, despite being small in scale, still killed over a dozen.
Hey, man, if we get about 5 minutes into this video, man, and he don't talk about what room they were in, bro, or what's behind that room, bro, I'm clicking off the video, Jabo Gang. I'm not lying, bro.
People
not finna sit here and watch a 13-minute video about some bullshit, bro.
Over 6,000 total were exposed to sarin, and the most terrifying part for terrorism experts was that the same homegrown group that had carried out these attacks had managed to produce other far more deadly nerve agents, such as VX. With the swelling of resources and personnel at its disposal, there was no telling what kind of hell Al-Qaeda could unleash. A far more sophisticated attack, using deadly VX gas in a major city like New York or Los Angeles, could kill thousands and require an expensive cleanup effort costing billions of dollars. Lingering particles not properly cleaned could kill for a long time after the initial attack. The problems for Western intelligence were mounting by the day, and they needed to act, but to act they needed information. And this was where Room 641A came into the picture. The United States took an early lead in global telecommunications, with domestic companies such as AT&T building the backbone of the global telecommunications network. This put America in a position of privilege no other nation in the world could enjoy, if it was willing to bend the rules a bit, and it definitely was. Within months of September 11th, the National Security Agency had already had the telephone records from tens of millions of American citizens. Newspapers would call it the largest database ever assembled in the world, with the goal to create a database of every call ever made from inside America's borders.
So what's the
but
point
it would
of that?
definitely not end at America's internationally recognized border, and Room 641A made that all possible. But one man, Mark Klein, a former AT&T technician, couldn't simply go into retirement and allow what he saw as a massive constitutional breach of power go unanswered. It all started in the aftermath of the attacks of September 11th, within an unassuming AT&T switching center tucked away in the heart of San Francisco. From this hub, phone and internet traffic on AT&T and its affiliated networks coursed in and out of the United States, connecting the nation to a broader world. Every day, millions of calls and emails passed through this hub, and among them, some were being used by terrorists to coordinate their plans. It wasn't a case of maybe, it was a certainty. The 9/11 attacks had been orchestrated using coded messages over public networks. Soon after the attacks, construction began at the San Francisco AT&T switching center, next to the massive call routing room. Buried deep within the switching center, a new office was quietly under construction. The contractors weren't from any local firm, and AT&T employees were explicitly instructed not to speak to them. Not that it mattered, they never initiated conversation anyway. The workers wore simple civilian clothing and did their work diligently, breaking together for lunch and going home together. At night, special...
My whole career, I was pretty much bald, so people just got to know me.
Hey man, this video got about 2 more
didn't know
minutes in
what
me,
I
bro.
could
I'm not
have
finna count, bro.
Security personnel guarded the cordoned-off, curtained construction site. Their orders were clear. Never look behind the curtains unless an intruder, fire, or another emergency required it. From outside, the new office looked unremarkable. Its nondescript facade gave little indication of what lay within. A heavy security door was installed, and layers of thick curtains ensured that no curious AT&T employee could glimpse into what was being built or how. Inside, the soon-to-be NSA remote lab employed cutting-edge construction methods and advanced materials engineered to block any attempts at mechanical or electronic surveillance. Then came the unmarked box trucks, always late at night. Crews wearing no uniforms unloaded large pallets under armed guard. The pallets were covered with large, thick blankets, making it impossible to even guess at the shape of the contents underneath. Under the cover of darkness, the crews and their guards quietly offloaded the equipment.
Jabo Gang, man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. Hey, man, he is doing entirely too much talking, man. Hey, man, if y'all wanted me to watch this video through, man, I apologize, man. But I really just don't get what he's talking about, bro. Like, I'm trying to keep up, bro, but I really can't, bro. Like, bro, I can't, bro. And I understand, bro, this video is about what's inside the most secret room. He said that, bro, but now he's just talking, bro. Like, he's not really, in my opinion, bro, he's really not just explaining, like, he's not explaining the right way, bro. I don't know if I'm just being an idiot, bro, but, bro, I'm not trying to listen to all this damn talking, bro.
Pouring it deep into the facility. The entire operation unfolded right under the noses of the regular security staff, whose camera access
Bro,
to that
I'm gonna give him
section
this, like,
had
7
been
minutes, bro.
temporarily disabled.
7 minutes, bro, I'm off this shit.
They were warned to stay away or suffer stiff fines combined with prison time. Hidden beneath those thick blankets were stacks of cutting-edge computer equipment, some of the most advanced technology in the world of the time. All of it being installed in secret inside a meticulously designed, highly air-conditioned room with fireproof walls built to withstand even a major earthquake. The only access to the soon-to-be top-secret computer farm was through a single security door, secured by multiple forms of identification and biometric scans. A solitary fiber optic cable connected the room to the adjacent switching center, serving as its only link to the outside world. That fiber optic cable was the key to the whole operation, because through it ran the internet and telephone information on millions of American and foreign citizens, tapping directly into AT&T WorldNet circuits. The NSA installed an STA 6400 computer system. This had the capability to analyze telephone calls and emails in real time and connect directly to a phone line or internet service provider.
So pretty much
This
just like a
miniature
big ass
supercomputer
telephone,
could sort through mountains of data,
telephone tower.
looking for pre-programmed keywords that could link a caller or an email user to a terrorist plot. Soon, Mark Klein would learn that his center's secret NSA room was only one of possibly dozens operating around the clock all across the country. The United States' intelligence apparatus had succeeded in tapping into the communications of the entire planet. Somewhere in a country with borders inside the vast African Sahara Desert, a ruggedized C-130 touches down. The airplane had been flying low for miles, skimming just over 100 feet above the ground as it thundered across the Saharan landscape, scattering herdsmen and their flocks in its wake. Now deep inland, it reached its destination. The aircraft descended into the flat, arid terrain, its cargo bay opening to unload massive fuel bladders and 24 security and fuel personnel. They don't have to wait long for the flight of 4 Black Hawk helicopters to arrive, perfectly on schedule. Loaded with elite American Special Forces operators, the Blackhawks will continue their journey to their objective, land, and then return to top up for fuel for the return flight. At that point, the C-130 and its crew will also depart. An hour and a half of flight time in, the Blackhawks climb high, briefly breaking the low cover that's kept them out of sight of any local radars. The U.S. is operating without host nation knowledge or permission, fearful that sympathizers within the government would give the raid away. They fly within sight of local civilian radars for no more than 4 minutes before rapidly descending again, this time into the heart of a compound made up of converted farming buildings. Most of the buildings are home to women and children, complete with a school and a workshop where residents craft homemade goods to sell in the local markets. But one building stands apart. Identified through drone surveillance and on-the-ground reconnaissance, it's been confirmed as housing a classified number of high-value targets sought by the U.S. government. This entire compound is a terror hub, financed by any number of African al-Qaeda-backed offshoots, where fighters live along with their families. One of the Blackhawks takes back up to the sky.
Like, he's not talking about the fucking room. This shit finna piss me off.
There's no need for heavy firepower, though. The lightning
like, bro, if I watch this video doing is not talking about nothing, I'm clicking on, bro, I'm finna be blown.
Still groggy and rubbing sleep from their eyes can step outside. The Blackhawks are already lifting off. On board are 4 high-value targets, long sought by the U.S. government for their deep connections to the upper ranks of global terror networks. And the intelligence that captured them was all ensnared by Room 641A. How it works is simple. When you place a phone call or send an email, it's all routed from local to national networks. Outgoing messages and calls destined for other countries transition from national to international networks, key arteries of global communication that rely on satellites and thick undersea fiber optic cables. But at some point in their journey, every call and email has to go through a digital switching station to ensure it arrives where it's meant to go. All the NSA had to do was tap into one of those global arteries. To avoid being overwhelmed by the staggering flood of data, NSA systems are programmed to scan for specific keywords. Combined with simple artificial intelligence, the computers in Room 641A...
Alright, man, J-Bo Gang, man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. Hey, man, 641, man, the room, bro. It's pretty much, bro, it just covers... like telephone communications, but all around the world, bro. So that's why it makes it so top secret, and it's most like, that's why it's so secretive, man. But yeah, man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. I'm sorry, J-Bo Gang, I could not finish this video through, bro. He was just talking about a whole bunch of nothing, going back in a circle about what he's talking about, bro. So I'm not finna keep watching this video. I got stuff to do, man. But yeah, J-Bo Gang, man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. If you learned something about the most secretest room in the world, bro, let me know. Drop down in the comments, man. And I'm going to check back in with y'all in the next video, man. J-Bo Gang, J-Bo Gang, J-Bo Gang.
Oh shit, yeah.